How you doing, Day One?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm glad to see you, man.
Yeah, it feels good to be back here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, kind of bittersweet moment because I know that obviously our time is coming to an end
Yeah.
now. But I'm just happy because obviously we've grown through from the first meeting
Yeah, for
and
sure.
from different sessions. I guess I just kind of wanted to check in and see how things are going. I know last time we were talking about just the difficulty going on with
Yeah, with Taylor.
Taylor, football, things like
Yep.
that, and
Exactly.
even with your grandmother. And I
Mhm.
just want to make sure that we're ending on a great note.
Yeah.
So how's everything going?
I kind of think it's an incline from here. Not everything's perfect.
Mhm.
I don't think everything will be perfect, but definitely on that high note right now with Taylor. From the situation we last talked about, I did take that advice.
Mhm.
I did take that advice just to kind of, not interpret, not assume, but to definitely just to try to communicate, even though it was hard. I don't think I thanked you enough from last session. Being that kind of, that vessel for me to pour into.
Mhm.
I was able to sit down with Taylor, have that adult conversation, and things are on the incline. Like I said, nothing's perfect, but we are in a situation where it's not, a toxic environment. It's
Right.
not like I have that type of insecurity. I'm still, like I said, I'm still battling with it.
Mhm.
But with Taylor, I definitely think that situation's on the incline to where it can be as close to perfection as it would be.
Mhm.
Kind of with my grandmother, kind of made, after that conversation as well, I did reach out, kind of, revalue myself to just reaffirm myself. Affirm myself that, my relationship with my grandmother isn't going to be shaky because
Right.
it's something else in my life.
Right.
And I shouldn't associate that. I just talked to her, how I've been feeling. And, she was definitely another person there to kind of for me to hold on to and for me to vent to. Because we vent with each other. We talk about many things. It doesn't really matter any questions we have.
Mhm.
So, like I said, just kind of having that conversation made it real nice to, for myself,
Mhm.
to just make sure everything's good. So, to answer your question, I think, things are getting better.
Mhm.
And, I haven't been feeling that, that place.
Right. That bad place.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when we express our feelings,
Yeah.
then like it kind of helps us release. And probably in that moment we both we're in a tense situation because we like, oh man, how can we get this done for Day One? Like, how can we get it better and turned around?
Yeah.
And I think that just by you expressing yourself, it kind of clears your head a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that was great for you to do.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as your friends, how's that going?
Friends are nice. Like you said, just trying to connect in that situation with Taylor to everything, an aspect. Even though I can't control what everybody says and thinks about me, I can control how I act and how I,
Right.
how I think towards other people. And I think that my relationship with my friends is definitely inclined. Just kind of working out with them, just doing things that we usually do, not really stressing about the little things. And I think that was a key thing too with me and my thought process. I'm not stressing about, what are they saying to other people? I'm controlling what I can control, and that just ultimately helps me have a good eye with them.
Right.
And a light.
And when you say incline, obviously we know that means it's going on up.
Yeah.
But can you talk about that a little bit more? Like when you say incline, how that thing is going full circle wise? Because I know you use the word incline with Taylor and with your friends. Is that a separation or is that the same meaning?
I feel like it might be a little bit more powerful with Taylor because I consciously want to work on that. I'm not saying I don't want to with my friends. It's just that's just natural.
Okay.
Taylor's. We had that hiccup. Or we had that that moment where things were bad, but they are getting better.
Right.
I said with my friends, it was me kind of pushing them away and just me getting back to normal. So that's why you incline for both. But they still have similar meaning of just getting better. And I think that's just the ultimate meaning, getting better. Even though I'd say with Taylor, it probably holds the most weight because it's just that's who I want. That's what I really want to improve.
Right, you want that to get better.
Yeah.
You want to be with that person.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see what you mean by that. And that's why I just want to ask because obviously I want to see how you are, and just feeling wise, that deeper meaning.
Makes sense.
Because obviously, you are going through a time with Taylor, and I'm glad that it's getting better for you.
Yeah.
And that's actually great because you're moving and you're progressing. So glad that you're not stagnant in that. I want to ask too, how's football going? I know. Are you guys gonna have a season or anything like that?
As of right now, we're just still on kind of watch, just because of COVID and stuff, as you know. But as of right now, we're still in the protocol. Just make sure we're lifting on our own. Make sure we're doing nutritious and strength and conditioning work that we're supposed to do. I mean, mentally wise, it's just, you know, you don't like to not know anything. And I think that's like the biggest thing for a lot of people and myself, you know, just not knowing something that kind of just leaves that a little bit of anxiety with it. But it's not too much where it's affecting me. You know, I just, like I said, you know, control what I can control.
Right.
And what I can't control is just like eating right, you know, mentally being right and physically being like my best.
Yeah,
you know?
being prepared.
Being prepared for, you know, when that moment does come, or when they say, you know, you guys, we are going to have a season or a couple games or whatever it is. It's not like, oh, I didn't think we were going to have one. It's going to be, okay, let's do it.
Right.
Just a different approach on it. So I think, you know, kind of having football in the picture and the next year kind of makes it a little bit better because that's, you know, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm going to school. I mean, that's not why I'm going to school, but that's a big part of why, you know, I'm going to school.
And I know you told me you had some injuries. How's your body doing? Are you getting better with that? How's the mental?
Yeah, that was, you know, that was a hiccup a while ago, but I think physically wise now I kind of took, you know, this this little break we have, or me not, or the season switching,
right?
Was me not kind of trying to force myself to be out there. It was more like, okay, take this time to heal. You know, I got foot surgery, so I think, you know, that's probably, I tell people, you know, people ask that question, how do I feel like about football physically? I think, like I tell them, I'm in the best, you know, I feel the best I've been in a long time because every year I've been injured. Every year I've been some type of injury, and I haven't really been there except for my junior year of high school. You know, that's a couple years ago.
Wow.
But now it's like, you know, my sophomore year, God willing that we have that season, I'm definitely feeling the best I've been. And mentally wise, I definitely had that little hurdle of like, you know, injuries, or should I still be playing this? Like, I'm not doing harmful things to my body while I'm also being injured. I think now I'm definitely at a place where, you know, injuries are a part of the game.
Right.
And it's about how you're going to prevent, and if they do happen, how you're going to rehab. You know, and I think I took my rehab very seriously with my foot and my knee, and strengthening. You know, I'm back to kind of my numbers where I want to be with football. So I think, you know, it's definitely on the incline. I'm seeing definitely like progress with my body, and I could definitely leave a note. It's been feeling the best it's been in a while.
So do you feel like you're on a mental level prepared for the season?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I don't really too much have. I'm not too anxious about the season per se, just because I feel like mentally, like I'm like, okay, like I said, if it does happen, you know I'm gonna be ready. If it doesn't, you know, I'm not gonna let that deter me or get me down because I'm here to get my degree, you know, and provide for my family. But you know, football is a blessing, you know, to be out there and to play. So I don't really look at it as, you know, oh man, we're not gonna have it. I kind of took that advice you said, you know, control what you control, and you know, I think this is definitely some I can't control, so I'm just not gonna too much stress about that.
Right, and I mean, like you said, that's great, because obviously now you're starting to see that. You know, I heard you mention something about your family and why you came to school. You know, to try to help provide. Now you're trying to see like everything, even though football is important. You know, everything around you is important too, and I'm glad to see that you're giving things, you know, that nutrients, that you know, that attention. Yeah. So basically, what I would just want to ask, do you feel like that leaving with these sessions and the sessions we've been doing, do you feel like you're pretty balanced now? How are you feeling?
Definitely with the sessions. I wouldn't say secure. I don't think anything is secure or something, but, you know, if you apply yourself and you have that, you know, that faithfulness to do what you got to do, I think it will work. Ultimately, I think that these sessions definitely helped out in the long run. But I think the constant, you know, reevaluation and reassessment of myself will be the ultimate, you know, test. But to answer your question, I definitely think these sessions were a big plus. And to definitely just, you know, get my mental state right. And, you know, get my bearings in order.
And do you think that it will be kind of hard to kind of do that self-reflection now that you don't have these sessions with me? Or do you think it will be okay now that you have, you know, been pretty consistent with it?
I kind of feel that the self-evaluation of myself might be helpful as well, just because, you know, you prepared me enough to do it by myself. You know, you told me what I should do in certain situations, what's the right approach to certain situations that give me the tools. You know, it's just a matter of finding the tool in the situation, which would be the difficult part, but, you know, that comes along with anything. So I think I definitely feel well equipped for this.
No, definitely. And I mean, I think you're prepared too. I think obviously I've seen tremendous growth. And I just want to say, anything that you need from me, you can always reach out to this number. Obviously, because we have done some wonderful things here in this office that has got you to the point where you feel like you can go out there and be prepared. And I'm glad to see that. So I would just say that, you know, I'm thankful for working with you. If you need anything, let me know. And thank you for being in these sessions with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.